Knowing your association with the musicians union over the years, and from that perspective, um, you know, what's the future for music? And is one thing, do you think, for up and coming bands? And how important do you think the MU are these days? For musicians, is it more so? Is it less? Have things changed that way?
Oh, where to start on that one? I mean, the landscape's totally different. You used to tour to sell records and make money from records. Now you'll put out a record, or you'll put out something on online to try and get people on the gigs, because it's only live music that, certainly with the people that I work with, really make the money back. Merchandise, you probably make more from the bands that I'm not a part of the down enough to get any of that, but merchandise is a you can make money from merchandise, but to make money from recording music now is fiendishly difficult. So I'm glad that my son isn't going into a career as a musician, is all I can say, because I don't see how sustainable it is unless you're incredibly lucky. People don't go out to shows and concerts the way they used to 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. They'll sit home and watch something online or on YouTube rather than do that. Which I think is an immense shame. But then again, I'm an old fart of 63 now, so.
I mean, we can't do anything about it. But I mean, I really, I really worry for the future of music, and whether music, a few years' time, will I have any, because it's not free. I mean, what's the future for music?
Well, music is effectively free, isn't it? It's almost free to the consumer.
Yeah.
If you're on Spotify, £10 a month to access anything in the world, or whatever Amazon. I mean, I don't do Amazon, but it's unsustainable. And we all know the campaigns against Spotify at the moment, quite rightly so. It's impossible to sustain a living, I would say, as a musician, unless you're really, 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 really lucky. And you've got to be able to do everything yourself. No record company is going to come along after 3 months, like with the Hotrods, and sign you up. It just will not happen. And because recorded music is so cheap or free now, obviously that filters down to the labels, so they don't have the budget to put into developing bands that they used to, or to offer tour support. That never happens anymore. You're really, really, really on your own. And if you can get you're doing the kind of music and technically adept, or got a team around you that can get a good viral campaign going, then that's probably the way to do it.
Yeah. Or you're Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. I have to say,
and you are the top 10.
It passes me. It has nothing to do with my life, that stuff, anymore.
No.
It completely passes me by.
I don't know, Paul. What do you think that says about? I think it says probably quite a lot. What do you think it says about the state of the music industry today, where you got someone as omnipresent as Ed Sheeran? He's like, because half a dozen tracks in the top 10 at all times, and no one else is kind of getting the look in. I suppose it says quite a lot in a way. It's quite powerless, isn't it?
And probably those tracks have all got about 10 songwriters.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff. I mean, Jerry might write his own stuff, I don't know, but a lot of the pop stuff. I mean, I haven't looked at the charts. Why would I? There's nothing in there that has got anything.
They don't really exist anymore, really, do they?
No. And there's now only 3 major labels. There's loads of indie labels about, but only 3 major ones, and all they're interested in is the mainstream, you know, writing songs by numbers.
Yeah.
And that nothing to do with music as far as I'm concerned.
No.
It's all from the it's all from the computer. It's not from the heart.
Yeah.
And a lot, you know, I think in the future, I've got no idea. I know as much as anybody, but I know from the down that people love that live connection.
Yeah.
And we're lucky enough to have a heritage audience that bring their kids and now their grandkids along.
Yeah.
So that has been pretty much, you know, that's been really helpful. But to try and break into a new audience, I mean, you look, you know, 20, 30 years ago, you had, you know, NME, you had Sound, you had Melody Maker, you had Kerrang, you had Metal Hammer, you had all the glosses, loads of press that you could go out and buy every week.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any of them? You have Kerrang maybe still? I don't know. I mean, all the weekly papers have gone. You've got NME online now, and that's it. So all that excitement that you have about going out and buying a paper and seeing one of your favorite bands coming and look at the interview, it's all gone. Everything is now washes over, is instantly disposable. There's nothing to really latch on to anymore.